Thank you and stopping by today. My name is Joanne Tanner and I'm coming to you from the Alliance. I wasn't really sure what to talk about today. We've touched on the stress and the fear of COVID and how to deal with that. We've touched on how to move forward from the stress and the fear of COVID. We've touched on racism. And these are all really emotionally heavy topics. So I thought maybe this week we would just keep it light. After all, the beautiful weather is here and it's nice to be able to get outside and enjoy the sunshine and the nature and to breathe in the fresh air and just to relax and enjoy all the blessings that we have received from God. As I've worked over my lifetime, I figured out a thing or two. You can be rich and popular and want for absolutely nothing and still not be successful or happy. Rather, it's the presence of happiness in our lives that makes it all worthwhile. The problem most of us face is getting caught up in the daily grind of life and becoming worn out and overworked and over-caffeinated. Some tell me that's possible. I don't think so. Of course, all with life's little and big stresses come the tendency to blame and to criticize and to generally take a negative outlook on life. And when we're too negative, there's no way we can get near to our full potential or even close to our full potential. Generally speaking, negativity sucks the life out of us and the life out of all those who are around us. We need to remember that our attitude is a conscious decision. Everything that happens in our life is just a series of events. It's how we react to these events that shapes how our life is going to turn out. Now, for those of you who don't know me, my morning coffee is a very important part of my life. I don't necessarily have to drink it. I just need to know that it's there. And I don't usually have time for a coffee before I head out to work in the morning. I'm quite happy to make one and enjoy it when I get there. Sometimes I'll even treat myself to a Timmy's along the way. Now imagine that you're sitting in the Timmy's lineup and you're trying to get to work or wherever, and someone has the absolute audacity to cut in front of you in the Timmy's lineup. I personally think this is a dangerous move. It's not safe to come between a person and their coffee, especially in the morning. However, I have seen it done. Your first reaction might be to become angry. The nerve of that person. How dare they interrupt my morning? I'm going to be more late than I was in the first place. I know some people who would become so angry about something as simple as this that they would let it ruin their whole day. I used to be one of those people. Becoming angry is not going to change the fact that somebody just cut in front of you in the Timmy's lineup. Maybe you could think about it from that person's side. Maybe they had an argument with their teenager on the way out the door. We all know what that's like. Or maybe they're heading into work and they know it's going to be a jam-packed day and it's going to be really difficult. Or maybe they just got a phone call and they're very upset about the news that they just heard. Maybe by giving them grace and not getting angry about it, it gets their day going a little bit better. And it reduces the stress and the pressure in our day. We need to remember to live life for the moment. It's not a race. We need to try and remove one negative influence from our daily routine each and every day. Here are some suggestions. Turn off the TV early instead of watching all that news. Too much news, although it is what's happening in the world, is very negative. Limit yourself to 10 to 15 minutes a day. Avoid talking to people who only want to complain about their spouse or their family or their job. They just bring you down. Walk to the store and enjoy the air and the beauty of nature rather than driving. Try giving to someone without being asked and without expecting anything in return. Give a homeless person your last $10 because they need it more than you. Let someone go ahead of you in the lineup at the store because maybe they only have a couple of things, or maybe they look like they're having a rough day. Offer to carry someone's bags if they look like they're struggling. This type of thing can be one of the most powerful and emotionally uplifting things one person can do for another. Now, I know you don't want to hear this one, but exercise really is a cure-all. Getting those muscles pumping and oxygen working through the body does wonders for our emotional and mental and physical health. You don't need to do a daily marathon. You have to keep in mind your own physical limitations. We're all different. But you could walk, you could jog, you could run, cross-train, play tennis, garden even. Anything to keep the body moving. Exercise will make you feel better and look better. It'll help your sense of self-confidence, and it'll help you be more positive and have a better outlook. And when you're out and about, don't be afraid to smile and strike up a conversation with someone. If you're walking down the street or in a lineup at the store, turn around and say hi and ask how they're doing, ask how their day is going. You might just be that little bit of positive that person needs that day. For someone who is alone or who is shy, this can bring a ray of sunshine into their life. We just might make someone's day, and that will make us feel better as well. Choosing to be positive is a simple decision, but it's not an easy thing to do. We have to be consciously aware of the decisions we're making and the reactions we're having to life as it comes at us. We have to be consciously aware of making positive decisions and having positive reactions, and this can take a lot of practice and time. But the good news is, the more we try and the more we succeed, the closer we come to being the wonderful person that God has planned for us to be. Remember, in a world where you can be anything you want to be, choose to be kind. Stay blessed, be a blessing. Amen.